Welcome back, guys. Growing pains. What are we discussing today?
Duality, which I think a lot of people will hear and be like, what the fuck what is that? Because I think that was me for a long time.
Okay.
But yeah, duality, light and dark. Everything matters, nothing matters, all at the same time.
Yeah, so I think in a nutshell, duality is the extreme of one thing. Hot and cold. That's duality. Black and white. Night and day. Tall and short. Duality is the opposite to the extreme. So, how does duality show up in our life? Obviously, it's going to be story time.
Hit us with the stories.
So, obviously, a lot of people know I used to be in the army. And then when I went to MBS Festival, I was speaking to... Was it Maggie? I think I had a reading. I think you might have been there, actually, one of them. And basically, I was saying, like, you know, I've done stuff I'm not proud of. Obviously, I'm on this journey now, and I'm all about peace, love, clarity, and all that sort of things. She's like, so what have you done that you're not proud of? You know, and I was like, I used to be in the army. Obviously, went to Afghan. It negatively impacted that place, so I always felt a bit of guilt from that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess a bit of shame as well. And she was basically explaining to me, you know, we need duality in the world. And I was like, well, what do you mean? You know, she's like, well, there has to be wars. You know, people have to go through the misery. And I was thinking, but why? You know, in order to know that there's light and positivity on the other side. You know, how would you know happiness if you've never been sad?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know sadness if you've never been happy?
Yeah.
That's the duality. You need to go through both. You need the negative experiences to have a positive experience and vice versa. But I think a lot of the time, a lot of us get weighed down with the negative side of things and never ever see the positive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I even spoke to you about shadow work. You know, you call it shadow work. It seemed as negative, but there is a lot of light in there, little positive things in there.
Yeah.
You know,
it's the whole point is to get to the light.
yes, but you know, just because something bad or negative happens in your life doesn't mean it's bad or negative. It's a lesson that you can learn and transmute through, and move that pain into power. So it's understanding, I guess, just understand the broader spectrum of what good and evil essentially is, which is the duality, the yin and the yang. You know, there has to be both present.
Yes.
Otherwise, not one can exist.
Yeah. I think at the core of all that is that there's only duality because we are in, this may go over a lot of heads, but it's only there because we're in a human experience. Because without the humanness of needing to understand what is good and what is bad, everything just is. There is no good and bad. There is no duality. There is no light and dark. It's just there because there's a reason it needs to be there, the lessons and everything else. So it's like, which nicely moves into the everything matters, but nothing matters at the same time. And that is the duality of life. Because if you put too much emphasis on everything being important, like we said before, being too serious about everything, trying to craft everything, trying to make sure everything goes in the exact right place it needs to be in life, then you're also missing out on everything else that is taking you away from. So it's like understanding that, yes, duality is there to help you understand experiences, but it isn't the be all and end all of everything. It's like you can be in, like yin and yang was a perfect example, because a relationship that's all man, like man, woman, but the man is doing everything, it's going to be completely out of balance.
Yeah.
A relationship that's the woman doing everything is going to be completely out of balance. So anything that has not a lack of balance in the duality is where you're going to find a challenge.
Yeah.
Basically.
And I was thinking, like, where do you first kind of learn about duality? It's going to sound funny, but The Lion King, the circle of life. Because the animal kingdom, that is duality.
In what way?
Because animals are seen as nice, majestic creatures, but yet instinctively just kill each other to survive.
I see, yeah.
There's your duality. If that deer doesn't get eaten by the tiger will die.
Yeah.
But that's it. You know, it's not deeper than that. Like, things need to do things to survive.
Yeah.
And it's similar within the human experience. We need to go through negative things to survive, to learn, to grow.
Yeah.
And I guess I've probably felt that for a long time, you know, without realising that you have to go through experiences to grow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think I mentioned before, you know, how do you get stronger at something? You have an opportunity to show courage. So you can see where you've gone from being, I guess, not courageous to courageous. That's the duality. But you have opportunities to show these things, to show the growth and to present it as well.
Yeah. it's the pushing away of one side of the duality, which is where the issues come. Because people don't want duality. People want it all to be light and love and great things all the time. But it's in the wanting all the good things that you create more duality.
Ooh, okay. So if I want good things all the time, then something bad happens against that. You know, is it something negative or is it just a lesson?
It's just a lesson. I say to everyone all the time.
Yeah.
I'm sure my friends and family get pissed off.
So is it down to our expectations of what we want the outcome to be is where we get disappointed and something seen as negative? Is it down to our own expectations?
I would say so, to a degree. Because if you're looking for something to be positive or whatever result you want it to be, and it doesn't end up being that, then that's duality to what you wanted it to be. So you've got the comparison, basically, is what it is. When we say duality, it's the comparison.
Yeah.
So if you've got something that you want and then it ends up being something you don't want, how would you have known that you want this thing without it not being that?
Precisely. Precisely. How do you know you want something, some qualities in a partner if you've not had that before? If
you've not had the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Because but then it's like pushing away the darker side that then creates more of the challenges. So you're essentially, by pushing away the darker side, you're keeping yourself in it, in the darker side.
Yeah.
Never able to get to the other side of this duality and that life's trying to show you. And you're like, why can't I get there? You can't get there because you're trying to get there. It's literally it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're trying to get to the light and therefore you can't get to the light.
Yeah, but sometimes you need to go through the dark to get to the light.
All the time you have to go through the dark.
Yeah, I suppose if anything, you know, you can't just start driving. You have to go through the lessons of all the shit and doing the reverse round the corners and you have to go through the growing pains before you get there.
Yeah.
And that's all life is, isn't it? To get to the end point of where you want to be and what you want, you need to go through the journey of self-discovery and learning about what it is that you actually want. Yeah. And that's a duality. It's going to be bumps in the road. It's going to be something that's deemed as negative. But again, that's open to interpretation and perspective. When things happen in my life now, I don't class it as negative. It's all a lesson. What have I learned from that? It just wasn't meant to be. Maybe it's something else.
Yeah.
Rather than, why is this happening to me? It's always me. And that's how you can get yourself into sort of the victim mindset and mentality. Nothing's going in my way. Nothing's going in my favour. Well, maybe it's not meant to be.
Yes.
You know,
it's
maybe
life protecting you.
Maybe your ego's saying that you want this, but in reality, if you had it, you wouldn't enjoy it.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, how many people have, I don't know, gone to thought the grass was green? That's a prime example. How many people think the grass is greener? And it never has been. But to understand that, you need to go find out if the grass is greener.
Yeah. This is what we've been saying a lot recently. The pendulum has to swing from one extreme to the other for you to actually understand the balance of what you want. Because if I'm just thinking about like situations in my life where I've been so controlling, and it's like that's one side of the comparison where I got everything I wanted, I crafted it all, I did all the things I wanted to get to, but equally I wasn't really fulfilled. But in order to now find fulfillment, I need to swing, this pendulum needs to swing the complete other way where I have no control, complete surrender, completely let go. And maybe that will be too extreme, but it will give me an idea of what the balance is in the middle of where I want to be. And that goes for any part of life. But it's the refusal of the change or the discomfort that can come from being in the opposite end of the duality. Because we don't want to experience that discomfort, we don't ever get there, so then we stay stuck. Always in this one side. And then and in that as well, when you stay stuck, you're never going to the other side to learn about yourself. Because like you said, it's like life's trying to protect you. Life's trying to protect you. So if you're forcing something that isn't aligning, there's a reason.
Yeah.
But it's the control of wanting to stay in this side where I'm comfortable and I'm happy and I know what is here, rather than wanting to go to the other side, that keeps you stuck in the cycles you don't want to be in.
Yeah.
So I was just explain that in a really long-winded way.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
You know what I'm trying to say, though?
100%. So what's another example of duality?
Oh my God, there's so many. So the control and the surrender is definitely a big one, I think.
Yeah, so for me, I've mentioned before, I always used to be in control of my own life. Like, I used to write down my yearly goals, targets, where I wanted to travel to, competitions, that sort of thing. Whereas the past 2 years, I've pretty much done none of that. But it's learning to surrender, which was the hard bit.
Yeah.
Because I think if I surrender, then I'm not in control. But that's where control actually comes. Because I'm not being controlled by certain outcomes.
How do you mean?
So being controlled by certain outcomes means you have an expectation, and then that dictates how happy I feel. So I wanted something for my birthday, I didn't get it, now I'm going to be sad.
Like, so the external is dictating how you feel rather than you having a control of your own.
Yeah, and be like, oh,
groundedness.
well, I didn't get that, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's not the be-all, end-all.
Yeah, because your happiness isn't in anything external to you.
Yes, where I think a lot of people's happiness is, and that's where the sadness comes into things, or the disappointment.
And that's okay, because that is the duality.
Yeah,
It's being okay with, can I have sadness in my life? Can I have heartbreak in my life? Can I have all these things? Because if you don't, how can you ever? It's every situation that is feels shit is getting you closer to where you want to be.
yeah, because you know more of what you don't want.
Yeah, but it's the refusal of understanding that keeps you further away from where you want to be, which is where we end up working with so many people that are like, why can't I get there? Why, like, I've tried X, Y, and Z, but I can't get to where I want to be, because you're keeping yourself stuck by staying in the same strategies, in the same, or lack of awareness of yourself.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, you're always trying to get somewhere by using the same strategies that you were using before, which is not going to be the case, because that's not in your aligned life.
Yeah, so what's that saying? You can't get better in the same environment you got sick in.
Yeah.
And I think that's relevant for a lot of things. You know, if you're doing the same action, the same things you used to do before, but wanting different results, that's never going to happen.
Nothing
You need to do
changes
something
if nothing
different.
changes.
You need to do something different and be open to exploring different things and different modalities. And be open to being wrong. A lot of people don't like being wrong. I don't care if I'm wrong, because it means every time I am wrong, I'm closer to being right. But for me, it's just about being, what's the truth? I don't care if I'm right or wrong, what's the truth?
Yeah.
And the truth is this. Cool, I can live with that. But a lot of people are so caught up on being right.
Because it's safe. It's certain.
Yeah, and I guess when people are wrong, they may feel a bit of shame or guilt in that, and they don't want to sit with those emotions. But again, that's down to perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to feel guilty because you're wrong. Just be wrong and learn. It's learning. It's another lesson, isn't it? It's another learning curve.
I think there's such a foundation in this, of the fact that everything is so crafted and you don't actually have to know anything. Like, as we're talking, all I'm hearing is that, it's because of the phase I'm in my life right now, that's why I'm hearing this, but it's like nothing I'm doing is even like, I'm not choosing anything.
No.
It's already done. It's done. There's nothing to choose.
Yeah.
And in that, you feel safer knowing that there's going to be some shit times in this, but it doesn't matter, because it's getting you closer to where you need to be.
Yeah,
but there's no faith in the world, is why I'm saying that, because without the faith that there is something greater happening,
yeah,
you can't surrender to it, because what you surrender into if there is nothing?
Yeah, and that's why I guess faith is important, isn't it? Just that thing to keep you going.
In whatever
you have to believe
it
in
is.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
You have to believe in something,
even if it's yourself.
Yeah, otherwise you believe in nothing and you stand for nothing.
Yes. No, what was it saying? Isn't that stand for
Believe in-
everything, stand for nothing? Something like that. Anyway, yeah, whatever you've just said.
You confuse me now.
But yeah, if you don't believe in anything, then what are you really doing if you believe in nothing? And I'm saying this from a place of literally
genuinely,
having had no faith in anything for a long time in my life. And when I say anything, I don't mean in my life experiences. I mean in anything greater going on, like greater than human.
Like an atheist. Being like an atheist, yeah.
I was atheist for so long, but I would say that was because I was also brought up in a religion, which I didn't blend with. I didn't understand it. It was all very controlling.
Mm-hmm.
It was all very like, you do it because we told you to, not because you actually believe in it.
So again, that's a duality.
Go on.
You grew up in a religious household and you refused it. So you went to atheist. There's a duality, and now you've found the balance in the middle and found spirituality.
Yeah, great example.
That's prime there. Same with me, I used to go to church and think, I don't feel right in here. Like, I don't feel like I should be here. And I went off and found my own.
Yeah.
I went away from it a while, hence joining the army and doing all that stuff. But then during that, I'm like, do you know what? No, there is something else. But it's up for me to discover that, not for people to push that onto me.
Yeah.
So what is this discovery?
Yeah.
I just went and found it. And I'm here now. And yeah.
Yeah, because if I could have easily stayed in that and been comfortable in it and done that because everyone around me was doing it and I was told to, but I would have had no faith, and I probably would have had a life where I would have continued to stay in the sense of control, because I don't trust anything external to me, because I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
But then I had to go the other way, where I was like, there is nothing, like I believe in nothing but myself, which I guess is the pendulum swinging.
Yeah.
To then find my balance.
Yeah.
And that's the same with anything, careers or relationships or whatever. Yeah.
Same.
Because could you imagine your life now if you chose to stay in that? What would it look like?
The same, more chaos, more... I'd have just been a victim still.
Yes.
That's the biggest thing. Straight to the point, I'd have been a victim still. And I used to say I refuse to be a victim.
Do you remember our session? Yeah. What did you learn from that session, by the way, about the victim?
That was a victim. In one aspect of my life, I was like, because I used to say I refuse to be a victim. And he was like, yeah, you're a victim. And I'm like, what?
I'm still, to this day, so
me?
gutted we didn't record that session.
And
yeah.
he was like, are you all right? And I'm like, I just need a minute.
But yeah.
But that's the realisation, isn't it? It's just like, wow, okay, so in one area I am, but that's okay. At least I've put some light on it. And now I can transmute that from pain to power again.
These are some plugs are coming in today.
The subliminal messaging.
Alignment, synchronicities, every time. But yeah, like it's the comfort of staying somewhere that would stop you from seeing the other side to then find your balance. But I think that will, again, I know we're going to bang on about this every single episode, but that comes down to what you feel.
Yeah.
Because if you don't feel comfortable experiencing the other side, then how can you
test
it?
Yeah, so you say feel, I say experience. And I said on the last episode, I think, or the one before, about experience is undeniable and paramount. Just try things out and experience it. Then you know what you want and what you don't want. You know how it feels and how it looks. Yeah. Otherwise, it's just kind of, you're just theorising everything. But to fully know and land in your body, go experience it. Yeah. Go on that holiday. Go out drinking. Go do this thing. You know what I mean? Go date that person.
Be messy.
Yeah.
I got told this recently.
Literally. Make mistakes. Like, that's the only way to learn. As long as you learn from them, you don't keep doing the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over.
But even that, even then, that's meant to happen. Obviously, there comes a point of consciousness where you're just like, it's the thing we said. If you're aware of something and you're repeating it, you're consciously choosing to repeat the pain. So that's up to you. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But we could argue that some people are meant to be here to do that because that is duality.
Yeah.
But where was I going with that? You said something. Quick, come back. What were you saying? It's gone.
It'll come back.
It'll come back later.
So like a habit's only a habit as long as it's as long as you don't notice it. Once you notice you're doing something, it then becomes a conscious choice. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the back of that, a lot of us consciously choose chaos because we know we're doing stuff.
That's what I was saying. I got told this recently because it comes back down to everything we've already said in this episode. But we're taught from early not to be messy, not to be chaotic, not to be like to have your ducks in a row, get everything in line. Make sure you know what you're doing in life.
But even as a kid,
that is so trapping.
Yeah,
it's so trapping, and I literally am in it right now of going the complete other way of just I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm a mess. I'm declaring this right now. Ongoing pains. I am a mess. I'm a mess.
You're a mess.
And I own it because I am a mess.
Now, how do you feel about being a mess?
I actually feel so free being a mess.
Do you know what? Yeah, because I feel good because I'm not controlling anything.
Yeah.
No stress.
Now I can release the reins. To have your, what's the words? Like to have your hands on the steering wheel the whole time of your life is so tiring.
To be in the driving seat.
That's the
Sometimes you want to be a passenger.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to float.
Let God take the wheel.
Let God take the wheel.
Hands off. Save me, Jesus. That happened before. So, who was it? Someone was telling me that before they were about to crash or something. They hands off. Went, Jesus. Put the hands up and they actually survived the car crash. It was mental. But they let God take the wheel.
That's the way you said it.
It's funny.
But that's what I was saying. Like, there's a bigger thing playing out in all of this. Like, in all of duality, you need to know that there's something else there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess that's so. Faith is a big thing for that. Otherwise, you can't. It's hard to believe otherwise.
What makes you believe really is the question. Because I don't know, to be honest, what my answer is to that.
I guess it has to be a knowing and a feeling. But beyond the knowing is a feeling.
What do you mean? So
what are you asking? How do you know there's a higher power? How do you know there's a God?
Yeah, like what made you start believing? It's not even about God. It could be anything else external to you. But there's something else.
Well, I guess how you was raised was one of them. But like I said to you before, when I was a kid, I've spent a lot of my nights crying myself to sleep and praying and hoping there was something else.
Is that what made you believe that?
Yeah, and then clearly something spoke back to me.
Interesting.
And then from them days, I just had some sort of relationship with some higher power.
What made you even turn? Was it the upbringing in faith to make you turn to God and start praying, or was it just like I need something?
I must have been about 4 or 5. So I knew by then, because my sister used to read the Bible to me with these pictures in and stuff. So I knew there was something going on. But yeah, I was like, well, I can't help myself. Something needs to help me.
Do you think you would have done? Would you have turned to God to pray if you weren't brought up with a faith?
I can't say.
Okay,
It's impossible to say because I was so young.
interesting. Yeah, that's what I'm. That sounds like a deep knowing of that there is already something here.
Yeah.
To have done
Like I
that
said
so
to you
young.
the other day, I was like, I used to sit there and think, why am I in school? Why have you took me to school with these weird people that I don't know? And why are you forcing me to play like I want to go home? So I'd sit there silent and not say anything. And he's like, Luke, do you want to get involved in reading time? I'm like, why?
Then what is my purpose here?
Yeah, why? I should be at home chilling out, having a laugh, not away from my mum and forced into this forced fun.
Forced fun.
Yeah.
Surprise birthday.
And I've got to do PE and eat rubbish school food.
I was just about to air that you.
But even in high school, I did the same thing, and I'd sit there and just refuse to do work in some lessons, like English. I put my head in my arms, but I'm not doing it. Why? I don't need to. Why? I don't feel it's relevant.
Sounds like divine guidance.
Yeah, I
You just
don't feel
wouldn't need
relevant. Yeah. I'm not doing history. I'm not doing RE. I'm not doing flipping geography. I'm not doing English literature. I don't need it. Honestly, I was a little shit, but
You can hear that.
some were guiding and pushing me.
Yeah.
And then
Duality.
I got to year 10, and it was like, Luke, you do know if you're going to go to the army, you do need some qualifications. And I was like, okay. So I did IT, maths, art, and science. They're the only 4 that I did. The rest of it, I was like, I don't need.
God, duality. I did literally the opposite of that. It was the control of doing everything.
Yeah.
Make sure you get it all really good and all that. But then again, it's different growing pain. No, same pain, different experience. But what I was going to say before, you said about the faith thing, because you had this knowing of, because what makes you believe is what I asked.
Yeah.
And obviously that will look different for everyone. But I was forced to believe. I still didn't believe. Toyed with the idea myself, ended up atheist, didn't believe in anything. But it was only until I started to see signs in life that I started to see how much greater powers there actually are. But I don't really know where that came from. I could say really it came from internal work, because that was the guide to take me to start seeing signs and understanding what they mean and stuff. But yeah, it's a hard question to try and persuade someone into.
It's all different experience, because some people are atheists up until they're in the adulthood, and then they have a what do you call it?
An awakening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's happened to loads of people that have had nothing to believe in, and then just one day something's happened, they woke up. Normally something catastrophic.
Normally, yeah.
Yeah, is when it'll trigger. But I guess it was for me
Maybe it was
because
that.
maybe it was for me because I used to obviously stim as a kid, and my sisters used to like bully me for it, and I used to go to school and still be stimming, and I'd be like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't know why I'm doing it. No one's helping me. So who do I go to for help? So I must have just been talking to myself or to God or to something, and then it just started coming through from then. Like, it's going to be okay. Don't worry about it. And then one day, like I say, it just stopped.
The stimming stopped.
Yeah. And I was like, wow.
Just stopped.
Just stopped.
No way.
So I was like, please, I need to stop doing it. I don't know why I'm doing it. No one's helping me. Like, I just don't want to do this anymore. Stopped. I want to be strong. I want to be courageous. I want to be all these things. And then my journey unfolded, and I became all these things that I wanted to be as a kid.
How old were
So
you
I
when it
lacked it
stopped?
all. Primary school.
Well, that's impressive. Were you confused when it stopped?
No, I was aware that it was still there, but I was able to control it.
Okay.
So I knew if I was doing it, I'd be like, oh, I need to stop doing this now. But it came up in high pressure situations. That's when the stress and the autism started to come out more.
So it didn't actually stop. You were just able to be aware of it and track it.
From a young age, yeah.
Okay.
And then when I was in the army, it was basically non-existent. And probably college.
This is one of the things that I think people can start to lean into and use as a sign, because you prayed for one thing, but you were given technically something else. You prayed for it to stop, but it didn't stop. You just had more awareness of it, so you could control it.
Yeah.
So what you're praying for, looking for, wishing for, working towards, again, can look very different.
Yeah.
Because life's going to give you what you need, not what you want.
Yeah. So I needed control.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you've probably taken that lesson into more than just that
Yeah.
in your life.
Yeah, literally. I wanted strength. I wanted all that stuff. And I guess my life unfolded the way it did to get all that.
Yeah.
But I had to be brave through all of it because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Like, my dad went there, and no one showed me how to be a man. No one showed me to shave. No one taught me anything. I had to go off and learn it all. And me and my friends that I grew up with in Moortown, same thing. Most of us had no dads, broken homes, so we learn everything ourselves. You know.
But the bravery is kind of the theory we're talking about of everything matters, but nothing matters. Because if you understand, like, some things matter, some things are like things you need to be conscious of, but at the end of the day, nothing fucking matters. And when you can really lean into that belief, the bravery is not a question. Because what is there to be brave about if nothing even fucking matters?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And what is bravery? You know, I'm scared to talk on stage. Okay, but are you actually scared to talk on stage, or are you just not confident to talk on stage?
Does it even matter?
Does it even matter? Yeah, because everyone's the same.
Yeah. Does it even matter?
Yeah.
Greatest question of all time.
We just make things matter because I guess it's our expectation of the outcome, or we want you to not feel a certain emotion on the back of it.
Yes.
So we make it matters.
Yes.
We don't want to feel the negative emotions.
And if we make it matter, it means we have more control over it.
Yes, and I can not do it. Yeah, I can avoid it.
Exactly. Find a solution for how to get out of that.
Yeah.
Whereas if it doesn't matter, you don't have any control because you're just having to trust and have faith in what's being given to you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a hard one, that, and everything matters, but nothing matters. So in a relationship, that's even harder. Everything does matter, but nothing matters. So if your partner's doing something, again, we've already kind of touched on this, haven't we, to annoy you, is that your partner's problem, or is that you? It doesn't matter, but it does matter. It matters why you're triggered by it, but it doesn't matter that they're doing it.
And especially if you understand duality and then they need to be triggering you.
Yeah.
Yeah, triggers is a big one. How do we not touch on that for duality? Triggers is mad. Have we spoken about triggers before in the episode?
I was doing our first episode.
Oh, was it? Because with triggers are showing you what the duality is.
Yeah.
And if you're avoiding triggers, you're avoiding lessons. If you're avoiding lessons, then you're denying one of the biggest things of life, which is that there is duality.
Yes. And life is lessons.
Life is lessons.
Yeah. It's why you go to school and have lessons every day. It's life, isn't it?
I wouldn't say that's why they put you in school, but yeah.
Yeah.
we can go with that comparison. Yeah, duality's mad. We could go in so many tangents with this. I feel like we should just leave it there, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any final words on duality?
It's a necessary part of life. So just embrace it and look at the brighter side.
Yeah.
Look at it from, like that song, look at it from a different point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Not everything has a negative connotation to it. And if it does, it's probably because you negatively think all the time.
Good, negative thinking. Have we not done an episode on that yet?
On what? Negative thinking?
Yeah. Next time.
Next time.
Yeah, have more faith, I would say, is
Yeah.
what I would say.
Yeah.
Everything is meant to happen. It's life trying to get you closer to your alignment. Stop trying to fight against it.
Stop trying to control, surrender.
Yeah.
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 Done?
Done. Wait.
Please.
Bring a random item.
Have you got one?
Of course I do.
Go on then.
You go first. What is your random item of the day?
You know what this
What
is.
is that?
You know what this is.
Oh.
So in here.
Are you going to play for us?
No.
Oh my God. How are you bringing a flute and you're not going to play?
You can play if you want.
I don't play the flute.
So this is a shamanic flute. So I bought it at MBS. No, I had to haggle for this one as well. He didn't see me coming from a mile off. I waited till the last day. I spoke to him on the
it
first
took
day.
you 3 days to make that decision.
Yeah, but I got like 150 quid off it or something because I waited till the last day rather than getting fleeced. However, it's key D. So this is actually sacral and it's 432 hertz. So instruments like this will be getting played on the retreat during the sound baths. Yeah, and it's just another instrument that we can help to move and to process emotions. That's all it is. But again, it's set a key and a frequency, which are positive and for the sacral. And yeah, it's just another instrument that
Love
we're going
it.
to use as part of the retreats and people using sound healing.
I was only the other day talking to a client of mine who works in music, and we were having this discussion about how not everybody feels music to their core. And that surprised me.
Yeah, some people have no rhythm.
Yeah, but not even that. Like when you listen to music, they don't feel it in the body. Like when I listen to a song and there's like a certain emotion attached to it or key or whatever, it really takes me places.
Yeah.
Some people don't have that.
Yeah, I believe that. Some people don't listen to music.
Could you imagine a life without music?
No.
Sound, oh my God, so dry. Love that though. Great item.
It's a really good item.
Have you played it
Looks
much?
really nice as well.
Or is it like that book that you got and you haven't read it?
It's quite hard to play this, you know, but I do need lessons. But yeah, by the time we do our retreat, I should be able to do a 5-minute solo.
5-minute solo?
That's what I want to do, yeah.
Okay, you got 3 months.
Easy.
I'll keep you in check and ask you each time we come here how much progress you've made.
Yeah. But I'm happy with that.
Amazing. Right, my random item is something I've had for a long, long time. One second. Let's get it out of here. Okay, it's going to seem really random, but I've had it on my shelf for years. And I realised this is synchronicities right here. It's for this very project of my life that I needed this. It's called a talking stick.
Right.
It says, seek first to understand and then to be understood.
We need this in here, so you can only talk when you have the stick.
This is exactly why I bought it, because there's a debate going on here about who talks more. It's definitely you, but we're going to bring the talking stick. So if ever we are debating over something and you're trying to cut me off like you do several times, I will take the stick and I'll continue to talk.
I think, yeah, we definitely need that for every episode. Just waffle on sometimes, you.
You literally are saved in my phone as a waffle. So that's you.
You're saved as a mouth open. Just yapping all the time. You only go to like feed ducks and stuff and there's yapping. It's you. It's yapping.
You're the dark. How have you said that to me? That is hilarious.
You're a yapper.
But yeah, great item, right? Literally, I bought it.
What does it say on the side?
I did. See, you don't listen. I literally just said, seek first to understand,
yeah,
and then to be understood. So listen and then speak is what it's saying.
That's what you need to do.
That's what I'm doing. I asked the questions.
I'm just mirroring you.
I asked the questions. Anyway, so next time we have a debate over who's talking most or talking over each other, I'll bring that every single time.
100%.
If you've got the stick, you can talk.
Yeah.
If you don't have the stick,
we'll pass the torch and pass the gauntlet. It's got to sit there and look pretty. Easily done.
That's my item for the day.
Cool. Done.
Thanks for watching. Yeah.
See you next time.
I hope that it has given some clarity on why you should trust duality. That rhymed right there. Lyrical miracle.
Start it.
Okay. Okay. Have some clarity and trust the duality.
That's hard.
See what I mean? I told you would do this.
You just put a full sentence out, not.
Okay. Do you trust duality?
When you're living in this reality.
This ain't gonna work.
See what I mean? I'm not yapping.
That's
because you yap all the time.
You flopped the first time.
Pick up the stick.
Shh. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you've got some clarity. Leave your growing pains, like, comment, subscribe, and do all that good stuff. Join us at the retreat.
Check out our retreat, 100%.
6th of June, and we'll see you there.
See you there.